WGST. Now back to the Dana Barrett Show here on WGST.
I think we all know that we're living longer and we got a lot more years to figure out what we want to do in those so-called golden years, the retirement years. For some people, that is exciting. For some, it is terrifying. And for, I think, many, it's somewhere in between the two. But we're going to break it all down. We've got Miles Smith joining us in the studio right now. He is a retirement coach and the owner of Empowered Transitions. I like that word, transitions. Welcome to the show, Miles.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. So listen, I think back in the day, my perception of retirement was you worked for the same company for 60 years, you got a gold watch, you had a pension, and you were only going to live, 12, 15, maybe 20 years after that. And so, taking a few years to play golf or travel around, you could afford it. It was workable. Maybe your wife still liked you, so it was all gonna be okay.
All of those, actually.
But now, we're talking about people living easily to the 80s and 90s and 100, and not working for the same company for nearly the same length of time, and not having pensions, and it's just a different world, isn't it?
It really is, and the whole idea of, as you say, the old retirement.
Yeah.
Of I get to 65 and that's it. I get my gold watch and I'm off to South Florida.
Right.
Those days are gone.
Yeah.
Now, people are wanting, even the people that can afford to just chuck it all and say, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
They don't.
Right. Well, so
they
their
want
desires
to.
are different, right?
Yeah.
You're not done at 65.
No.
Yeah.
No. We're still vibrant people. I mean, I've got the gray hair to show that I'm over 60 just a bit. But we are not wanting to just say, this is it. Our best buy date is gone.
Yeah.
We are still going and very vibrant, very healthy, and living, like you say, well into our 80s.
Well,
if we make it to 65, we are well into our 80s.
Yeah, yeah. One of the things that I feel like I hear a lot from people is, first of all, they like feeling productive and working. So there's that aspect of it. But also, they don't know what they would do or what they even want to do. I mean, there used to be this vision of Florida, you mentioned, and golf playing and travel. But I think for a lot of people, they sort of realize pretty quickly that they don't want to do that for 20 years.
There's no meaning to it. It really comes down to meaning and purpose and fulfillment.
Yeah.
And whenever you take that away from someone, their life really goes downhill.
Yes.
And that's where boomers, we came out with the mantra of make a difference. We want to make a difference from the very early days.
Okay.
And we still want to.
Yeah.
Just because we are of a certain age, so to speak.
Whatever.
We
it's fine.
are still wanting to get out there.
So what are you hearing from people? Does that mean they want to do different kinds of jobs? Are they wanting to do volunteer work? Are they wanting to do part-time? Like, what do you hear from folks?
The part-time gig economy is big among us. Anything as far as bringing the experience, the knowledge, all of those skills that they have amassed over the years, bring it to volunteerism, to community give back, all kinds of things. And plus, there is the thing that bringing the experience and everything to startups.
Yeah, okay.
And to gig or C-level gig jobs.
Yeah.
That's a big thing among a lot of the people that I work with also.
Do you feel like, one of the things I think that happens for people in, let's say, women who take time off to have kids and come back in the workforce, right? There's this perception of you didn't keep up with your skill set or whatever. Do you feel like older people are able to, I don't even know what I mean by older because that could start as early as 60s, right? Which isn't that old. But are they finding the workforce and small startups and companies open to their experience, or do they say, well, you're out of it, you don't know, you did take time off, or you went and did something else, or you played golf for 2 years and now you're not up to date?
No. In fact, we keep up on the technology as much as anyone else.
Okay.
And also of the entrepreneurs entrepreneurism.
Yeah.
Say that twice.
I do.
But more small businesses are owned by boomers
Yeah.
and these people above 60, 50 plus. And we're building.
Yeah.
We're still working in the economy. We're still a vibrant part of it.
Yeah, well, there's also the whole other side of it too, which is, helping the families, helping older people, and the older people helping their families, right?
Yes.
There's a mix, where that money is sort of flowing in both directions now.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking on the money side of it, Miles, for just a minute, I was talking about, and we both, I think, talked about the fact that pensions don't really exist in the way that they
Yeah.
used to. Are people afraid because they don't think they're going to have enough money to make it to the end?
That is one issue, but it's one of those top level issues that hides a lot of other things underneath.
Okay.
People worry about being irrelevant, having meaning and purpose in their life,
Yeah.
losing their job identity. I mean,
Yeah.
their identity is tied to their job a lot of times.
Yeah.
Their self-worth, and then their socialization.
Right.
You take all of that away, but they will back it, or they'll say, well, I'm worried about money.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you are in the $10 million ultra high net worth, or even down lower.
Yeah.
You still have that, or you still hear that, will I have enough money?
Right. Well, because it's about maintaining the lifestyle you're used to,
Yeah.
right? So when we're almost out of time, and I want to make sure we at least give some, instead of just defining the problem, like, what is the solution? Is it to look for those kinds of work opportunities? Is it to save more, when you're Nick's age? I mean, how do we kind of move into these years? What's sort of the first tip you would give?
Find out at your core what your values are.
Okay.
What do you base your life on? What are your beliefs and standards?
Yeah.
And then build off of that.
Okay.
Because 40 years ago, we were told, get out of the house, go find a job, get a job, get a job.
Right.
And you took whatever job you could. Now, you don't have to. You don't have to do that. Get a job, any job. You can go from a full understanding of who you are and what you believe in.
Right.
And you can build off of that to
Right.
find the job that really brings more meaning to you and to those around you, and that you can use the skills that you have amassed over the years.
So do you still call that retirement if you're working? I mean, what does
It
that word
is
even mean
kinda-
anymore? It's sort of just like you're
It's almost a throwaway. You're
Yeah.
re-retiring, or you're unretiring,
Okay.
or, I mean, it can go,
or you're just sort of finding a different way to spend your years after
That's
some
it.
point in time.
yes,
Okay.
that is it.
And so
right
it doesn't mean you're vacationing for the rest of your life.
there. Oh, no. And
Okay.
vacationing, travel, that's expensive.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Well, listen, I really appreciate your feedback on all of this. I know a lot of people looking into this, Miles, and we will certainly post a link to all things Miles Smith and Empowered Transitions if you want to learn more about what Miles does and how he coaches people through this. I'm ready to retire. I think we should do it, Nick. Let's start our plan. Maybe we can be retired by next year. It's the Dana Barrett Show. We'll be right back. We got lots more to talk about. Don't go away.